in the ghettos, the best he could get is an inferior education, which practically no proper college would even accept. His name was then John Favors. His mother called him Johnny Boy. He was always so interested in helping others. He became a tutor, and he was giving classes to help other students, both his age and younger than him, to help them in their studies. He really liked to help others, and also he would get paid something very little and be able to help his mother in her hard struggle for existence. How Krishna arranges. Because he was such a genuine person, there was like a sangam, or like a society, where tutors within the Cleveland area would help each other. So he met a Jewish girl, white race, from a very wealthy family. And she understood that this person is such a good-hearted soul. He's so intelligent, so creative. He has so much faith in God. He's so much devoted to whatever he does. He's genuinely good, which is difficult to find a person like that anywhere. So this girl was thinking that he deserves a chance in life. He has no chance where he's living. So she arranged for the principal of her school, which was the most prestigious prep school for the wealthiest kids in the entire area, for him to go to a summer school. He was the only black African person to ever go to this school. It was in a very wealthy suburb. And during the summer, he performed so well and his characteristics were so attractive that the principal of the school gave him free entrance. And when he graduated from high school, one of the best prep schools of America, the principal told him, I can get you in any university or college that you want. Just tell me which one and I'll get you in. How is that? Because please understand that this was in the 1960s. This is just after Martin Luther King, John F. Kennedy, Lyndon Johnson really pushed integration of schools for the blacks. So the government was giving incentives of quotas for universities that would never take black people. If you take these African people, we will give you government grants and we will give you tax exemptions. If you do not, no government grants and no tax exemptions. So this was big money. And most colleges and universities are actually existing for money. In order to get the government grants and exceptions, they had to accept so many African people. And most of them they had to take out of the very inferior schools of the ghettos. So this principal said, I have taught you in one of the top white schools of the country. Any college in America would take you as a first choice. Just tell me where you want to go to college. So he applied, and he got scholarships to Harvard, Yale, Princeton, Cornel. Any college, he got full scholarship. So he was just looking for which scholarship is the best. They were canvassing so much for him that Princeton University gave such an offer he couldn't refuse. Free tuition for 4 years, free living expenses, free food, free books, a salary while you're going to school. Plus, every year, 2 round-trip tickets from Princeton, New Jersey, all the way to Cleveland to visit your parents. 2 round-trip airplane tickets. So this is the reason he decided to go to Princeton University. And when he got to Princeton, Maharaj told me all these stories. He said Princeton in those days, in the late 1960s, was mostly the sons of wealthy Southern people. And they hated black people. So he said to go to classes in Princeton, the only way he could survive, he had to wear his gun every day. When people started pushing him the wrong way, he would just show them the gun and they would leave him alone. But he excelled in his studies. He excelled and became very, very popular. He majored in psychology. He took international law. And he was the president of the student council. And he was the leader of the civil rights movement for that area. He was very much an activist. Gopal Prabhu told me that he went to Princeton University and looked up the yearbook of Bhakti Tirtha Swami Maharaj's graduation year. And there was a picture of him, and they interviewed each person and asked what they hoped to do in the future. And he said that his object was he wanted to be a global humanitarian. That was always his heart. He got a graduation degree in psychology. And because he was so proficient, intelligent, creative, dynamic, he got a job for government office, legal office. He was given opportunities for work in the United Nations. Here was a man that came from the most downtrodden situation, and now all opportunities were opening before his life for immense influence and material prosperity.
You were listening to Radhanath Swami on devotionalnectar.com.